what's really going to last so that we can have something sustainable. What's good, bro?
It's good, bro.
Yeah, man. I ain't seen you in a minute since like Flex Space. How you doing?
Yeah, yeah, bro. I'm good, man. I'm good. How you, bro? How you living?
I'm doing excellent. I'm preparing to. I don't want to say it too many times because things be changing, but I'm preparing to relocate to Virginia for a couple months so I can set up like a showcase and like a venue space and just some of the shit I've been doing up here.
My fault, bro. Somebody just told me, so I couldn't hear you. You said set up a showcase and what else?
I'm about to relocate. I'm probably going to relocate to Virginia for a little
No,
bit
I heard that
just to like set
part.
up some branding stuff. Oh yeah, but that's it. Just to set up. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Spread the brand, tap in with older people that I've known from the past, and just like break bread for real. So that's what's been my main focus. Just like gotta get my ID and get verifications and all that stuff, so I can actually go there and get my stuff.
VA to PA, back to VA.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Nah, I really like
Um,
that. So I'm happy you actually took this opportunity to do this because one thing that I'm learning from even going down this journey of building with other creatives and sharing these resources is there's like steps to it. And so it's like people are exposed to stuff and then getting all the way to the point where they executing on it. And this just letting me know like everybody's not quite ready for the information. So now I'm taking these opportunities that I'm having to do this so much more gratefully because I'm like, damn, this is giving me an opportunity to tap into what I enjoy myself. You get what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Yeah.
That's it. I feel you. I figured you.
Because I definitely want to give, but then that's like the whole part of why I'm pushing on personal branding is the businesses, the friends, the art, everything that I do has been a reflection of how I want to live my life. And then now that I'll be communing with other people, especially our age, and I'll be hearing the youth, they're not finding the formula of how to balance that out. So it's like the fact that you tapping in is me knowing that you already know what you want out of your stuff. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. 100%.
So if anything, I mean, we got a couple folks in here I know that's new. They ain't met you before, so definitely let them know who you are and what you do. And then I'm gonna just start off with like some of the notes that I got from the drawing you sent me.
All right. So I want to step off real quick and grab like something from off camera for like 2 seconds, but
Yeah, you good?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it after the introduction. If that's cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right. So my name is Athon Black, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I'm an artist, creative, regular guy with a passion for music, passion for creating, passion for people. You know what I mean? Really into astrology and Aquarius, so I'm an air sign, humanitarian, as you are, my good brother. Um, and I love to love, I love to learn, and I also love to share knowledge. And so musically, creatively, I try to find ways to spread the knowledge that I've learned and studied in my life to others so that others can be helped the way that I was helped. And musically, if you listen to any of my music, for those who have heard my music, you could say that I try to, or not try to, but I have been aiming to be very intentional about what I talk about and about dropping gems here and there and making sure that
Very.
people can pick up, you know what I'm saying, pick up where I left off and just continue to build. And then outside of that, I also have a business. I have my own business doing construction, carpentry. Um, I don't have employees or anything like that. It's independent contractor, but I've been doing that for a couple of years as well. So uh, that's me.
All right. Well, yeah. Go ahead, grab your items, and then I'll hold them until you get
All right,
back.
bet.
So funny enough, right? When I first got to Philly, Athon was probably one of the first people that I had ever seen perform or come in contact with. So I'll even give some like my personal inference, right? So he was doing hip hop and he was doing R&B, like he was singing and rapping, and like he said, he's like a savant in my opinion, where it's like he actually takes time with being intentional with all his works. So it's like I can remember it visually in my mind. I was at this place they call Sankofa House, And I had seen him
Yeah.
at an event where he was really performing, and it made me know, like, I had hit my man Smooth Waffle, and I was like, shouts out to Smooth Waffle too. I hit him on
Shouts
the
out to
side. I'm like, yo,
Smooth. Shouts out to
this is
Smooth.
an individual we got to really work with. And then as soon as like we start tapping in with you, like you said, one of the things that we're going to talk about, as well as what you mentioned, is you're genuinely a people person. You have care of, like, you know, a humanitarian, to say the least. Like, you really take consideration of others. That's a special thing that I really value about you. So, like, where do you get that sense? And, you know, without trying to like put too much of a heavy question before we get started, how is one way, like, I guess you would like to see your personal brand demonstrate and like apply that effect on people, where you showing them that care? Because like you said, your music is an offering. So what do you intend to do with, like, you know, building that bridge?
Um, so as far as building a bridge, I'm working on ways to get my music out there to more people because from what I found when I perform, people enjoy my performance, right? But it's about the people who have never heard me or have never heard of me. You know, in certain pockets and sectors in Philadelphia, a lot of people might know of me, but then, you know, Philadelphia is a very big city, one of the biggest in the country. So there's a whole world within a world of people that don't know me, that have not heard about me. So my whole thing about bridging that gap is figuring out how I can expand my audience to a wider net. You know what I mean? And I think the easiest way to do that is to utilize social media. But I do recognize that although I've studied how to market your stuff, I recognize that it's a lot of work, and it's work that I don't do very well. Which is why I want to give you your flowers, bro, because you are really good at social media. Like, I remember when you first started Newport News, bro, you had like 5 different accounts, and you was posting on all the different platforms, different content. You know what I'm saying? So I really, I was taking notes, but at the same time, I knew when I was watching, I'm like, he's doing something that I'm not able to do yet. You know what I mean? But that's really where I feel like if there's somewhere I can improve upon to be able to bridge that gap, it's to um, be more intentional about marketing and promotion for my brand, and then also um, within that, creating more content specifically for social media. You know, because if I rock a nice show, everybody who was there is going to be able to enjoy it. But what about all the people who didn't get to see it? If I was able to have it recorded, or if I was just able to record myself and push it out there, then it's like, then it's there forever. You know, somebody can stumble upon my video 20 years from now, whereas though if it's live, it's only live. You feel me? So, yeah.
No, that's an excellent point, and I'm happy you're saying all of this. And just to, I put pins in everything people say. So initially, when you mentioned, you know, what I was able to exemplify, which is my ability to recognize, like, this is the new television. This is where people are spending their times. When I first started doing social media, it made me uncomfortable because I'm like, I feel like I'm condoning or advocating something that's not my personal interest. So it felt contradictory or hypocritical. But then once I started getting older and wiser and realizing, like, oh wow, I just sound like an old person telling a young person to not play a video game when I was younger. Like, this is just how the world gonna work. So once I adapted that mentality, like, this is what's gonna happen, you said it, it made me more considerable of what I was offering. And so I'm gonna segue into that to say, you're here because you know what you want to do. That's like 50%, if not 80% of already the game that got to get played, is knowing what you want to do. A lot of people who are on social media don't know what they want to do. They're just on social media consuming it. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's a statistic that say only 1% of the planet is making content for 50% of the planet right now. Because, you know, everybody got 4G internet and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So if all this money's getting made from just 1% of us making content, there's so much more room for us to still be content creators. And like you said, there's still be something that people can connect with. I never heard of Foggy Raw. I've never heard of him before until I looked at your report.
Right.
So you built a relationship and invested in knowing who that is, along with hundreds of thousands of other people, and I've never even heard the person's name before. So that's the power of this.
That's a good point that you bring up, because when you look at his page, you see he got like 100,000 followers. And one of the last videos he did, his face was on Billboard, on the billboard in Times Square.
Yeah.
And it's like, you think, from what you see of him, you think that everyone must know about him if he's on Times Square, but he's still a part of that 1%. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the opportunities are so wide, but then there's so many people that even that 1% that controls that 50 can still go, unnoticed. And I'm not saying that to say it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it to say that's just how big of a pot this is, and how big of a network there is to tap into. So, yeah.
You just said it. It's going from social media to social networking. So you have a superpower already with being a people person, actually being in what we call the mix. So like when we get mixed burnout, that's a privilege for us, because some people never get that. And I know that for a fact, because when I used to live in Virginia, I would be fiending for the opportunity to burn out. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, we've got the skills of, like you said, when we go to those events, we both got 100 of them bitches under our belts. We really about that life. Yeah. Whether it's being a supporter, being on the stage, being just someone who's getting comments and suggestions. Like, we played a lot of roles. So one thing I want to tell you on this joint, right, is you mentioned where you rated a personal brand, right, for yourself, where yours is at. And I wanted to highlight that because I agree, right? The number you chose, I agree. I believe it was a 6. But when I think of a 6, right, I think of the number 6. Like if I rated a girl, no disrespect, but like if I was rating a girl, 6 is kind of like average, kind of cute. You like, all right.
Yeah.
So it's like, what we want to do is, you already know, once you apply the work, you're going to go from cute to exceptional to bad. You know what I mean? To, I don't want to let this go. So like something as simple as, I got a growth hack for you. And I actually have something I'm going to send you at the end, because it goes in alignment with something that you mentioned in the report. It said that you wanted to start doing a certain type of content. Let me see where it's at. Do you remember how you had...
Yeah, basically I want to do like covers and freestyles. And that's why I put in
10-minute long freestyles. Yep, I see it.
Yeah, I mean,
so like what
Smooth is doing it too. I noticed that Smooth started to do that as well, like implementing certain people and like jumping on whatever their beat is, and just running like a quick 60-second freestyle to it. And I've already reached out. There was somebody who, old white dude, he has like this really weird accordion type flute instrument. It's freaky. Never seen nothing like it. It's like a harmonica, but it's like a homemade looking drum. And I think he got like 150, 200,000 people following him. I just reached out to him on the humbug, like, yo, bro, can I like write a rap to one of your drums? He was like, sure. I'm like, there's the lane. That's the end right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, me, of course, because I'm not good at this, I'm not even taking initiative on it. I'm slacking because I'm focused on so many other things, trying to get money, trying to manage the business. So I haven't sat down and put that time and energy in. But say I make that song and I get that drop, you know what I'm saying? And he reposts it. Now I'm tapped into that 200,000 people network, and that's going to launch.
That's just off the work.
That's just
off the work.
You know what I'm saying? So that's without putting any advertisements or nothing in it. It's just straight off of relationship.
And I'm a Gemini, so I'm all about doing both, right? So something as simple as what you just said, reaching out to people, that's a part of what you're good at. Like you said, you at least talk to 20 people a week. That's 20 times more than most people do it. So it's like that's a good amount of people to be talking to and creating real engagement. And like you said, it's already showing a return. So if you can knock out 2 or 4 people like that a year, that's exponential. But like the thing that you can use for that 10-minute strategy, I went up here and I use ChatGPT a lot to help with just the speed of what I'm working on. I did was I prompted it to create you 19 ways to repurpose a 10-minute freestyle, right? So like,
hold on,
that
Is
so
that
that like
possible for me to access? Because I don't even have a
I'm
pen
gonna
and
give it to
paper.
you. It's for
All
you.
right,
I'm gonna send it right to you. This is for you.
my
Yeah, because I understand who you are
yeah,
and I know how you work. So like this is the plot right here. It's like if you could take a 4-hour day, the same time we be at an event, and you knock out that 10-minute video, you're gonna have months worth of stuff though. Just one 4-hour day. So it's like the way that this is broken up. I'm gonna give you an example. It's like video stills, getting people to react to the videos, giving people a breakdown on how you made the video. These are things that you could be doing to reinforce the same video, and it all is of high interest and value to everybody who's watching your process, because that's what's cool about the space that we're in as creators. It's weird. You don't want to listen to a dude who's up $7 million every day.
right.
You want to be listening and a part of something that's kind of where you at.
Relate to, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you building with people and showing them is going to keep them invested as well. So I think like that one, because this is where it gets real, bro. You can't do that if you don't have quality.
Pop jumped in the chat. Give him a quick shout out.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it down here. Yeah. And that, so it's like you have quality music. So it's like you knock out a 10-minute freestyle, you go to an open mic and get a 10-minute visual. Anything you do at, mind you, high quality, right? Not just what you're saying, but like you said with the gentleman that you mentioned, Foggy. You capture it with that clearness, bro, you good. Because I have a video of you right now, of you freestyling in my basement. I got 2 or 3 videos of you, right? Right. And it's like they're still fire. I can still go on TikTok right now and make a short out of it. Right. I can still go on YouTube right now and make a short out of it. And you know how I build Newports and News? I got a warehouse of this shit. So it's like never sleep on a good quality moment. And it's like, remember when I hit you in the DMs and I'm like, yo, your song it's still moving on YouTube. Yeah. So it's like you already have an audience on YouTube who's ready to get what you're working on, and they not rushing you. They're not rushing you. They like, look, we right here. Right. We good with what he gave us. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think that's something super special that you got, because I'll speak for myself and I'll let you take over. You still always maintain my interest over all this time. So I know I hear you sometimes mention like your work ethic, but you're working on real stuff, bro, because you're a real person whose music connects with real people. Yeah. So if you stop working on the real stuff in your life, I don't think you'd be who you are, and I don't think we would appreciate you as much as we do. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And that I appreciate that. And you know, I just want to give a quick little tidbit about the song that even is doing numbers, because I was when I made that song, right, it came from me putting in the work as far as the networking with people, because I had seen Free Soul come up the same way you seen me come up. I mean, right when I was getting into the music thing, and he was already getting into it too, like we was coming up together. He ended up going crazy though. Like he started doing numbers because his work ethic was so good. He was writing, producing, recording his own stuff. So I was, over the years, watching him grow and just giving him his flowers. Like, yo, man, I see you, bro. I see you. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. I respect you. And then he was trying to do a class one time. I tried to get into the class, but he never started it. And then I was a humbug, like a year or two later. He was just like, yo, bro, you trying to come to the studio? We can make a song. I'm like, all right, bet. And that was it. It was that easy. We made that joint in like 2.5 hours, bro. And you know, it's crazy because I never, like, that song is the song I put the least amount of time into, but the time was so high quality, bro. As soon as I walked into his house, I felt the energy that he was on, and I matched it. You know what I'm saying? And we was both just on a mission. What's up, Neptune? Peace, peace. And we both was on a mission. You know what I'm saying? And the music, the energy, the soul of it just flowed through me. So I'm glad that did what it did. But on the back end of it, I noticed how that also helped to trickle down into the rest of my discography. You know what I mean? Because before that, Meditate might have had like a couple hundred listens. Now Meditate got 1,000 listens. And that might not sound like a lot,
You know what I'm saying? But
Nah, that's you know what I
exponentially
mean?
greater than what
Yeah.
it was because of the leg up. And then also, just a little nugget for anyone who's trying to brand themselves artistically. Brent Fires is a great example of an independent artist who was able to utilize the marketing strategies. And his manager and him sat down and had an interview. And I can go through my history and find a link, but I don't know exactly what the name of it was. But they actually showed, and this is something that I've never seen before from an artist. They actually showed the interviewer how much money they made just off of Spotify streams. You know what I'm saying? They showed the number of streams in a year. They showed the actual dollar amount that they got from them streams, which I think was about $20,000. And then they said that they invested at least, I think, half of that into advertising and putting certain songs on the spotlight, and then also finding out, because Spotify actually has these analytics that let you know where your biggest fans are. So they looked at the top 10 cities that people listen to them in the country, and they booked themselves for shows in those cities. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, Dad, that's a great idea. You feel me? Now, granted, it takes some money to be able to do that. You know what I mean? But I think that that's a great branding strategy and a great just tactic to be able to, as an independent artist, flourish and make sure you get the best out of who loves you the most. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. I actually wanted to ask, like, maybe not ask, but I wanted to hear from you more of those strategies, because I think you said you had a couple. I think you said like 19 or something like that.
Sure.
The strategies.
So I got a growth hack for you. Yeah, I got a growth hack. So like there was a target number that we have in terms of what we want to grow in terms of percentage. So you got like about 800 followers right now. And you know, have you ever heard of the 1% growth rule? Like where you just grow 1% each day?
No.
Right. So it's like, this is the idea is like if you grow 1% each day, then you grow 365% in a year. Right. And that's astronomical growth. No one typically grows that much because they look for growth in a different capacity.
Can I ask you a clarifying question? Is the 1% each day, so say today it'll be 8%, 8 followers, and then is it going to be 1% of the next number of the next day, or is it always going to be that 8%?
So now if you one of them big ballers, then yes. But if you want to just be modest and just keep it 8%, 8 every day, that's one way of looking at it. But like you said,
every day will be 365% by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like if you were to take that, you'd accomplish the number you're looking for. So instead of trying to grow crazy every day, it's like just 8 followers. But how are we going to get those 8 followers, right? That's just easy to say, right? So for $5 on Instagram, and that's for most platforms, they're going to give you about 2,000 to 3,000 people worth of reach. And this is a super gem right here for y'all. I'm not saving this video, so y'all got to grab this for Athon, right? So it's like $5 to get you in front of 3,000 people a day. So what we do in retail, because I've been selling my whole life, even the top corporate structures, Fortune 500 brands, only intend to convert 7 to 9% of the people walking through the door. So if T-Mobile has 100 people walk through the door, they're only looking at 7 to 9 of them to really cop something. They really already know a lot of people just coming to check it out. So that's why the pricing has to be measured on you making a return for everything that's going on in there. So what if we could just get 10% of the people who saw our advertisement to come to our page, right? That'd be 300 people, right? But let's be modest here, because we know Instagram ain't giving nothing out in that generosity. So let's take 2 or 3%, right? 2 or 3% of 3,000, if my math doesn't fool me, is still about 90 people, 60 people. That's still a good 50 people.
Right.
So if you can get those 50 people to look at your account and just, let's say 10% of them click the link in your bio, you meeting this requirement. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to meet this requirement, but where we lose it at is the consistency, right? Like, so we put the 5 out and we be like, damn, I didn't get my 8 followers today. But what happens is when you go to sleep that night, you're going to get 3 of them. And then you're going to get 1 of them throughout. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you got to let it work. And that's the business of it. They say growth offline, learning offline is growth and learning online is business. That's all. So it's like, I'll leave it on this note for us as millennials, because we got a super, and even Gen Z, we got a super interesting situation because we have 5 to 10 years to grow a brand, right? A lot of people, they're not looking at themselves like a brand. Right. We have options. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the older millennials, 40-year-olds, baby boomers, they don't get what we're doing. They think we're wasting our time by investing in this, but there's a lot of vehicles and assets that we have today, from cars and houses and educations, that have not fulfilled a return on investment. But if we can get in front of and maintain just 1,000 true fans, this shit can change our lives.
Bro, did you see the post on Kyle the Conductor's story about the Verify sticker? It might still be there. I don't know if the 24 hours expired yet, but the bull name from Philly, his name is P something, and Kyle reposted him, and it was breaking down how he already peaked because he's been in the scene where he's making money off of social media for some time now. He peaked that social media was trying to switch the whole paradigm where you now have to pay to be able to get the most elite support in Instagram and these other platforms. So Instagram is offering a subscription-based verified sticker that offers customer support where you can actually call someone on the phone and talk to them. It offers security for if someone's trying to impersonate you. It offers more metrics and statistics and things of that nature, but you got to pay bread for it. I think it's like $5 a month or something like that. But that just showed to me the lane that people are going in, and it just reinforced the fact that people are waking up to how much money you can make off social media and how valuable social media is to the people as a whole, because it's about to not be free on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to figure it out.
That's we watched it happen, and we're old enough but young enough to see it. Right. That's what I'm saying. We have an interest in seeing.
It started with the Facebook and Instagram ads where you got to pay for promotion. Now they want you to pay for a verification sticker. Next thing you know, they're gonna want you to pay, period. You know what I'm saying? Just to be able to use it, probably. That might not be for another 5, 10 years, but I feel like it's coming down the pipe, especially, and this is kind of a little bit off the beaten path, but I'm still going to say it, especially now that they're about to do away with the fiscal dollar.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to make everything digital now. So, yeah, it's really the best time to jump and dive into the social media promotion and marketing realm, because the world is shifting into that lane.
And we're creatives. So it's like, if big companies wanted to just put their foot down, they would, but they don't know how to connect with the people, bro. They're detached, whether it's culturally, ethically, money-wise, day-to-day wise, they're not connected.
Bro.
So they need me and you.
Bro.
They need us.
I be seeing them ads, like when I be scrolling through the stories and stuff like that, I be seeing ads for like DistroKid, or I see an ad for some app or something like that, and the boy be talking about, I'm like, yo, this boy not even like, he's not even engaging or nothing. Like, I mean, maybe his music is cool, but like, I'm not interested based off of what he's talking about. And so
go look at the brands. Go look at their pages. They don't get no comments. I don't share stuff from BET, H&M. I don't go to Meta's page to see what's going on at Meta. I trust a person to tell me.
Right.
So it's like, this is why I said in the beginning, you're already more than halfway there, because you took the time to do this. So that means you know the power of this. So just invest in it. And I'm speaking to all people our age through you. Like, why are we bullshitting ourselves then? We trying to listen to, would you want to make $50,000 a year at a job you don't want to work, or you want to make $80,000 a year humbly on social media networking? Talking about what you want to talk about, doing what you want to do, and having an impact in people's lives, giving them the change and transformation that they want in their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the goal that I see for you, Athon. You know what I mean? And I'm saying I'm a part of this. I don't see it for you like, go do this on your own. Like, this is what Newports and News is for. These are what my resources. I want to be able to see and see you in a position where you have 1,000 true fans, right? You could have 10,000 followers, you could have 100,000 followers, whatever it takes.
Right.
But I want to see 1,000 people in the world, in the planet, who'd be willing to pay $1,000 to come see you, right? And get your hoodie, your sweatpants, the hat that comes with it, some behind the scenes of what you made, some discography that you have, some behind the scenes, and then a meet and greet. I think 1,000 people in the world will be willing to come see you do that, bro.
Yeah.
In the world?
Thank you, bro.
Come on, bro. We didn't already met 1,000 people 1,000 times.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like,
and
I think that you genuinely possess that, and I believe any musician with a real craft. This isn't for the, everybody, the clickbait rappers, they had their time.
there's a lot of,
this is God's work.
it's a lot of them. You feel me? Clickbait rappers. I'm not trying to go into a tangent. I'm gonna let you talk, but I'm just saying there's a lot of clickbait rappers out here. So
it's like, you're like fine wine at this point, bro. Just pop the bottle.
Not for you, bro.
Matter of fact, don't even pop the bottle. Just keep it in the tub, because you already know the value of it at this point. And like Neptune said, we don't even got to get 1,000. Get 100 people in the room for $1,000. It'll dramatically change your life.
Or 1,000 people in the room for $100. Because you know what? I actually had somebody, real quick. I did a show one time, and it was for somebody, I can't remember his name because I made a new gram, so I don't have his name no more. But he used to do hand art, and he hosted a showcase, and I was the featured performer. And I'm performing, and halfway through the performance, he passed out the basket. It was like, yo, man, we pay our artists from donations, so, you know what I'm saying, we're going to pass the basket around, and you just pay whatever you think that you can, da-da-da-da-da. Yo, one man, he pulled me to the side. He didn't put the money in the basket. He put me to the side, and he reached his hand out for me to shake it. When I shook his hand, it was a $100 bill in his hand. And I'm like, yo, that blew my mind. Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm cheap, bro. I don't even be want to pay $100 to see somebody in concert. And I love J. Cole and Kendrick, but it's like,
I love them too.
You know what I'm saying? But I be like, I ain't got it. But my man's, he was older, probably in the 60s.
He had it.
You know what I'm saying? He had some money. He believed in what I was saying. He believed in what I was doing. He felt the realness, and he was like willing to support me that way. And I never thought that anyone would ever give me $100 for my music, unless I was like famous. So for someone to do it at goddamn Atia Ola's, bro, you feel me? Atia Ola's, bro.
Right. But that's the power of this shit. This is what I'm saying. So you just confirmed it. At Atia Ola's. Come on, bro.
Atia Ola's, bro. The spot, you feel me? Within the joint. Me and you, we had to meet in that New Person News at Atia Ola's.
That's why I said it, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it was crazy, bro. The synchronicities of life. So, like Nip said, like 100 for 1,000 or 1,000 for 100, either way, it's going to be, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be what it's supposed to be. And I realized a long time ago that I don't want to be famous. Like, when I first started doing music, I'm like, I want to be famous because I want to touch.
Being famous,
I want to touch as many people as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to change the world. But I realized that, like, one, fame is not everything. Two, fame is actually more negative than positive. Three, I'm probably not suitable for that type of fame and that type of recognition. Because one, if it don't corrupt you, it just makes you miserable because everybody wants to be in your business. I don't want that no more. I just want quality over quantity. So even if I can just make enough money to be, you know, financially comfortable, but don't everybody know my name? But the people who do know my name feel like I actually did something for them. That's it.
That's what it's about.
That's
who you've always been, though. That's what I'm saying. It's like wine at this point.
Yeah.
That's who you've always been. And I think all you need to do is exemplify that. Like I said, I have strategies for you in terms of a piece of content you can make. Yeah. I gave you a financial outlet. That thing won't nothing but $100. $150 a month will dramatically change, like you said, the exposure of the high quality things that you're doing. And let's use this year, right? Let's move from a 6 to an 8, man. Let's make it sexy. We're not cute no more. You know what I mean? Let's make this artistry serious because you got that. And I mean, and to leave, you know, to before I get us out of here, I have 2 applications that I'm using, right? I'm an affiliate for 2 programs that use AI. It's called Pictory and they're called vidIQ. So now, like, I got an affiliate link in my bio. Now, I'm gonna send it to you, but for everybody else, y'all feel, you know what I mean? If y'all need some applications that are free, you don't gotta pay for them. And then, you know what I mean? Y'all figure out if y'all want to pay for them later on. That's on y'all. But there's free versions of it. You ain't gotta pay for it.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, I think you just need that support system, and that's why I'm here, Manji, because it's like I need one as well. You know what I mean? That's why I'm creating this space, because I want to be able to bring value and impact people, but I also know it requires me to like make these kind of connections so that the trust and the transparency is built between us and it's not the audience no more, it's the community. These are the people who you, like you said, you want to make an impact on and see grow throughout the rest of your life.
Right. Even the people that I see join this chat are all people that I, if they're not people that you know, they're people that I know. And you know what I'm saying? Like my dad on this joint, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, this is the community. You feel me? This is
powerful. It can be super powerful if we choose to. So, I mean, give us something for us to leave with, and you know what I mean? We're gonna be up out of here.
Something for y'all to leave with. I mean, that's pretty easy, bro. Pressure make diamonds. So you're either going to crystallize or disintegrate. Preserve your essence, but also keep spreading the blessings. And that's where the Eighth Time Black Don't Sleep off the Placebo Effect, my first EP. You feel me? It's more coming soon. But yeah, so, I think that ultimately it's about working hard through these adversities and not giving up on the craft. I think about the fact that I'm about to turn 30 soon, and the fact that I thought that by the time I turn 21, 22, I'd be like wildly successful. But ultimately, I recognize that it's not about what age you enter. It's about what age you've recognized and figured out what you need to figure out to go and be at your maximum potential. And I think that there are people who stumble across it early, who get lucky, but those people also burn out. You know what I'm saying? So you look at people like Anthony Hamilton or 2 Chainz, or a couple others that I can't even think about right now, whose names escape me, didn't get famous until they early to mid 30s. You know what I'm saying? But they've been working since their 20s. You know what I'm saying? 10 years in, just figuring it out and locking in and making mistakes and failing and then getting up and then failing again and then getting back up. I think the tenacity and the drive and the passion and the lack of taking no for an answer is really what gets you to the goal, whatever it comes to, whether it's artistry, whether it's, just being a good chef, or whether it's being a good nail technician, whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying? We got to get out of the mindset that failure is a bad thing. Because whatever loss you take, it should be a lesson that you can learn from. It's the 3L rule. You know what I'm saying? Every loss is a lesson that you can learn from. Which makes it no longer even a loss, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I look at setbacks as setups for success. And I think that as long as I keep that mindset, I will eventually reach whatever goal I set out for. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it right now.
Did you have any other questions for me before we start? I always forget to ask that. Like, I always assume, you know what I mean? But did you have any other specific questions for me?
Have you gotten to the point with your creative, channeling, that you set up posts to be automatically posted at certain times? Or do you?
Not currently, no. I have enough time. I still have enough time. I'm not working currently, so okay. Yeah, I got the time to do it. But I know I'm gonna get to a point. I've been looking at it, considering. I just don't trust, because I'm so in the moment. I don't trust. I feel like I'm such a creative. I'm still an artist. Yeah, this is business to me, but I'm still a creative. So I'm like, I might not want it to be out at 12 tomorrow. Right. When tomorrow comes, I might feel different. I might not want to respond to the comments till 3. So I'm like, all right, I'll wait till 2:30. So it's I'm too creative to let it do that just quite yet. But I know one day once I start making bread and it don't really depend on my creativity more than it depends on me showing up consistently, then I can do something like that. But right now, I'm trying to I'm trying to really still curate. I'm still curating. And part of what you said with the lessons, right? Niggas want to win 1-0. I want to win 27-25, right? Niggas don't want to take no L's. I want to win 104-107. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you said, we gotta let these failures come in so that we can get better and make it a game, make this shit entertaining.
Yeah.
Take some L's. You know what I'm saying? Let the other team score, then you can learn more. You feel me? So yeah, that's
Look
it.
at that jump by TJ. He rapping out here. He spitting.
Yeah. I gotta get him out of here, right? I gotta get out of here, man. But I'm gonna send you what I have for you, and then I appreciate you for allowing me to take this time to share what information I have, as well as allow me to be a part of your journey and what you intend on doing with the rest of your life. You feel me? Fuck the career and the brand. This is your life, my G.
My man, bro. I appreciate you too, bro. And shout out to you for consistently branding yourself as a platform for other artists. You know what I mean? You've been doing that since I met you, so I appreciate it. I can tell it comes from your heart. So, you know what I mean? We're going to continue to tap in, bro.
All right, I got you. I'm going to hit you as soon as I leave out this joint.
All right, bet. Peace, bro.